Hello, I am so glad you can join me today. If you're new to this channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Guys, today we're making a special dish. I told you the last video that I made that I will be going international, and I started out with the motherland, Africa. Well, Africa has so many great dishes over there that I just have to stay there for a little while. I can't leave yet. So today I will be making a dish from Africa, but I'm making it Nigerian style. It's called jollof rice. Okay, I've never made it before, but it looks delicious. And I've made a rice on my channel before, which is a pilau, and it looks almost the same thing, but it's just a little bit different. Okay, because you know we are from different parts of the world. We all came from Africa. We all cook almost the same dishes. It's just that we put our spin on it and do it a little bit different. So instead of making pilau today, we're making jollof rice. So I hope you would stay tuned and see exactly how this rice is made. Okay, the first thing that I'm gonna start with here, over here, guys, I have some red peppers, I have some tomatoes, and I have some onion, and I'm gonna be adding some garlic to that. Now what I'm gonna do with that is I'm going to put those in the oven. So I'm gonna cut those up in a minute. I'm gonna put it in the oven and bake it for like 20 minutes, or maybe probably about 30 or to 40 minutes. And the reason for that is so that the heat from the oven will dry out the moisture. Now you can do it that way, or you can just put it in the blender and let the blender do its thing and grind it up, but then you still have to boil it down to get a lot of the moisture out. So we're gonna just put it in the oven. I think that might be a little bit easier. Okay, so I'm gonna do it that way. Over here I have some chicken that's already washed and clean. So what I'm gonna do with this chicken right here is I am going to boil this chicken for a little bit to make a broth that I'm going to add to the rice to help to flavor. We need those flavors. We need those flavors coming in. So I'm gonna add that to the rice to get the flavors, okay? So before I get started on that, we have to season. And that's one thing that we all bought from Africa. We love to season our food. A little pepper and salt is not enough for us. We love seasoning. We love to taste the flavor, okay? So I'm gonna start by putting my chicken in this pot that I have here. This is a chicken I cut up earlier. I have my chicken there, and I have my spices here that I put together. Let me see if I can remember and tell you exactly what they are. I have some turmeric here. This is some parsley. That's some curry over there. I have some onion powder, some paprika, some all-purpose seasoning, some salt, and I don't remember what that one is. But guys, just remember, these are my favorite seasonings. I am making the jollof rice, but I'm not necessarily using the spices that they use because they'll be different. Different countries, you have different things. So wherever you are, whatever spices that you like to use, you use your spices, okay? You don't have to use the exact same thing I'm using. If you have it, wonderful. If you don't, and you have something else in your pantry that you like, go ahead and use it, okay? So I'm gonna add my spices to this. And then I'm gonna go in with my hand right here. Hand works very good. As long as your hands are clean, you're good to go. That's why we have hands. Okay? Now I mix that up well. And all these spices. Okay guys, I gotta sneeze. Okay, wait. It does one of those sneezes that come in, but then okay, it stopped, it went away. It was one of those sneezes that you feel it coming, but then it went away because I have, that other thing I can remember what it was. That's white pepper. That's why I wanted to sneeze. The white pepper, that's what I had in there. Okay, so now I'm gonna put this on the stove to boil. So I'm gonna add some water to this and put it on the stove, and I'm gonna boil that. Okay, so over here I have my peppers already washed, and the seeds have already taken out. So I'm going to cut these peppers up. I just put my peppers on my tray like this. The tomatoes, I'm also gonna cut up a little bit and put it on here. And this is just, as I said, for the oven, the heat, to just take out some of the moisture out of this, so it's not all liquidy. These are bell peppers. And these are my onions over here. And guys, I have some garlic here. I bought some garlic that was already peeled in the pack. So I'm going to take some of this garlic here. I like a lot of garlic, guys. I happen to like a lot of garlic. Let me just rinse this. And put some garlic here. Now I'm going to put this in my oven. And when this is roasted, as I said, probably about 35 to 40 minutes or so, I'm going to come back and show you the next step. Okay guys, so I put my chicken on. I haven't put anything in there. This is some fresh thyme. I'm just going to drop that in here. And now to the chicken, I'm just going to add some water. Just enough water. Just enough water to cover the chicken. And that's about it. So I'm going to put my cover on here. Let this boil. Alright guys, it's about 20 minutes now. And this is the chicken here. So now I turn the stove off. So I'm going to take the chicken out, because I don't want the chicken to cook anymore. So I'm going to take it out. Ooh. The chicken here that we just cooked for 20 minutes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fry that chicken. Okay. So I put some oil in here for frying. I'm going to let that oil heat up. Oil, I just dropped some thyme, a piece of onion in there to kind of season it up a little bit, and I'm going to fry the chicken as soon as that is all heated up. Guys, so my oil in here has heated up, so I'm going to add my chicken to that. The chicken is about ready to take out. I have a little pan here. Okay guys, so my peppers are done here, and tomatoes. So what I'm going to do is put them in here, my blender, and I'm going to blend them. This is my garlic over there. So this is gonna give them that smoky flavor, guys. Put this all in here. I gotta clean my pan good. Now listen guys. Now one thing jollof rice have is a lot of pepper. Habanero pepper. I am afraid of the amount of pepper that they put. Sometimes they put like 2 and 3 of these peppers in there. That is a bit too much for me. So I'm going to cut back on the pepper because I don't know. So I'm going to cut the top off here. And I have to take the seeds out. I don't even want my hands to touch it because it's probably going to burn my fingers. Coughing already. I'm going to take a piece of the pepper off and I'm gonna use this much. Still think this is a bit much. I like pepper, but I need to be able to enjoy my food too. So I'm gonna put this pepper in here, and I'm gonna go ahead and blend this up. Okay guys, so this is the paste of what it looks like. Let me take this out. And you see how thick that is? So if you had not put this in the oven, what would happen is it would be very liquidy and you would have to boil it down to get that liquid out. So I'm gonna set this aside for a couple of minutes, and I will show you what I'm gonna do with this next. Okay guys, so we're gonna go on to our next step. The chicken is finished frying. We already finished pureeing the vegetables right here. So next thing, I'm going in with some tomato paste. So come over this stove, let me show you how we're gonna do this one. Okay guys, so in this pan I have some of the oil that I used to fry the chicken. I'm going to go in with about a tablespoon and a half of tomato paste. Ooh, careful guys, careful. Let me use something. And it's called frying, so I am frying the paste in oil, okay? Ooh. I think I rinsed the pan just now and it got a little bit of water, so I think that's what was splattering. But this is good. So this is a tomato paste in here. So I'm just going to stir this around until it is all broken up into small pieces. We're making jollof rice, guys. We're in Africa, Nigeria, the motherland, Africa. I'm bringing you African dishes. They all look delicious, so I have to do them. Okay, so this is our tomato paste right here. Some people say tomato. You say tomato, I say tomato. Okay, guys. Next, I'm going to go in now with this paste that I made a little while ago. I'm going to go in with that. We're going to put this all in here. Now, as I said, if you did not put this in the oven, you would just have to boil it. And just boil it down just to get all the liquid and stuff out of it, okay? So you're going to keep stirring this. Let me just make sure I get it all out. I have some more in here. So we're going to fry this up. You're going to stir all the time because you don't want it to stick to the bottom. You just empty it all in here. I think I got as much of it as I can. Ooh, hot, hot, hot. And we're just gonna keep stirring it. The sauce over there on medium heat, and I'm gonna keep stirring it all the time so it doesn't stick to the bottom, okay? So in the meantime, I have some rice. Next thing, we're gonna go with our rice, and I like to use Uncle Ben rice, the long grain rice. This is the rice that works for me. Usually I use the brown rice, but for this recipe, I'm just gonna use regular Uncle Ben's rice. So I'm gonna make 2 cups of rice. And you know, for 2 cups of rice, for this recipe, you're not gonna add a lot of liquid to it. You're gonna just add a little bit of liquid and let it steam. The rice is gonna steam, okay? But I'll show you. So let me go ahead and wash this rice, and then we'll add it into the saucepan. Okay guys, so I've been cooking this down for a little while. So this is what it looks like here. So now I'm gonna go in with my rice. I wash my rice. I'm gonna put it in here. Let's get this water out of here. We're gonna mix this up. But now we're gonna add some of the water. We're gonna add some of the water from the chicken stock that we did earlier and set aside. This is the chicken stock that I made earlier. So I'm gonna add some of that. When you're cooking rice, guys, you just need enough liquid to just come just over the top. You see how this just come over the top? You don't want too much liquid. It will cook your rice too soft. And right now, this is not a lot of liquid in here. And I'm just gonna put this on because it's gonna steam. But before I put it to steam, I just want to taste it first to see if I need to add anything to it. Ooh, it doesn't taste that hot. It's pretty good. Okay, but I need to add a little bit of salt to that. At this stage, guys, you're gonna taste it and see what you need to add to it. If you need anything, if you need to add anything, more onion powder, whatever you need to add, you'll add it at this stage before the rice starts to cook. So let me taste it. Just add some salt. Let me taste it. I think you can add a little more. Taste it again. Good. It's good. Don't need any more. So now, guys. Okay. Okay, guys. So at this stage, you can take some foil paper and you're gonna just go around and wrap it really good around there to keep the steam in, to make sure this is covered. Then you're gonna put your cover on top like this to keep all the steam and the moisture in. You're gonna put your stove on low and you're gonna just leave that and let it cook. And I'll be back as soon as that's done. Okay guys, I just checked the rice. It's not cooked, but in some areas the grains are sticking to the bottom. So I'm gonna stir it up a little bit. I'm not gonna stir it all the way to the bottom because I don't wanna disturb the part that is stuck to the bottom, but it still needs to be cooked some more. And I'm gonna add just a little bit of this liquid in there. That's the chicken stock. I'm gonna add a little more of that in there. Put my foil back on. This has been here so far for 20 minutes. I'm gonna let it continue to cook. This jollof rice is all done. Here it is. Looks good. Haven't tasted it yet, but you see I decorated it with some tomatoes so it can look pretty for you, because presentation is always importanto. So let me go ahead and give it a little try and tell you if Nigerian jollof rice wins the prize. Smells delicious. Looks delicious. And of course, this is the chicken here that I did from the chicken that I boiled. So I'm going to taste it for you and tell you what it tastes like. You know, they call this party rice. They cook this for parties. I can see why this would be eaten up at parties. It is good. Guys, that is tasty. It's seasoned well. Guys, this rice is very flavorful. You have to give it a try. It is delicious. Sometimes people put ginger, people put different things in it, so you can, you know, use your own little, come up with your own little ideas of what to put in it. But it is delicious, and maybe next time I have a party, this is what I'll be making. Party rice. Make this for your parties, guys. I'm going to tell you, I see some people using whole 2 and 3 of those habanero peppers in there. That is hot. I put a less than a 1. I didn't put a whole pepper in there. I took the seeds out, and it's still, this is not overpowering, but it's spicy. If you like spicy, you'll taste that. So I can taste the pepper in it. But the seasoning is good. It tastes delicious. And of course, over here, guys, I have my chicken. Let's see how easy I did that, okay? So guys, go ahead and try yourself some jollof rice. You're not going to be disappointed. It's really good. Thank you so much for joining me today. I had fun making this, and I hope you have fun making some for your family. Give it a try. You never know unless you give it a try. It is delicious. You are going to love it, okay? Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I love to read your comments. So leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've tried this rice before and what you think of it. Until next time. Bye-bye.